Hey everyone, welcome back to Works Garage. If you're in the pursuit for the best clutch feel for free without putting any money out, you're in the right place. Today we're going to adjust the shifter pedal lever. Let's get this started. My one pet peeve with the GR86 BRZ platform is the feel and the engagement of when the clutch engages. As you're probably aware, it's almost all the way to the top of the throw. I would say it feels about like so far all the way up before you get the clutch feeling, and then it's just engaged. There's no real back out and go slow with the clutch or no real bite feel. It's just all at once and it's almost at the end. So today I'm going to be adjusting the rod. You may think the rod is on the same side as the clutch pedal. However, this clutch pedal here has a shaft that goes all the way over here next to or past the gas pedal. So that's where we'll be working to do these adjustments on the pedal. I want to get it down to where it's almost the same height as this brake pedal here. Now the spring did change and improve this a lot, just changing out to the spring. But doing this is going to change the bite point. The spring is just the feel, the heaviness. There's also, up here on the end here, is a little switch here. It's that little plastic switch here that screws in and hits the pedal here. It tells you when you're engaged, when the clutch is engaged, so that the cruise control wouldn't work. So we will need to adjust that too. It's that little white thing there. And this little plug-in with the blue on the end. We'll need to cinch that down too. It's got a little nipple on the end here that we'll need to make sure that it's fully seated when this pedal's up inside the hole of the little metal shaft there. On the back side of this clutch lever here, you can see it. It's all the way over here. When you push on the clutch, that goes in and out of the firewall here. On the back side is what I believe to be a 12mm nut holding this, locking it down. Loosen that 12mm nut, and then we're going to spin the shaft into the firewall. Okay, so now that we've got the 12mm bolt that's on the back side of this little U-shaped into the rod here loose, like I was saying, I'm going to start turning that rod into the firewall. So because of my harder, stiffer spring, I'm not getting much adjustment out of this. I am going to have to take the cotter pin out and push that pin through and then turn it by hand. If you do not have the stiffer spring, you might get away with turning it by hand. I didn't get much. I didn't even get a full turn and a half maybe. Just took some slop out of the pedals, all it did. Really didn't do much for me. So now I'm going to take the head off. Again, you take the cotter pin out, push down on the two things and pull it through, watching for the washer so you don't lose them. So after you've pushed on the plastic, it might not been pushed very good like mine's wasn't. It didn't slip out very easily. It's very hard to get out. You'll see the hole where the cotter pin was. Here's your cotter pin. You'll need a set of, I would recommend investing in a set of good needle nose that are angled and long handled to get this out here. Now that I've got this out here, you will be screwing down the rod, the head here, right here. So after you've got this lock nut loosened here, I'm gonna go, that's a half of one, that's one, a half of one, two, another half, 2.5, 3, and then I'm going to go another half of one, and then 4 is where I'm going to put it. So I went 4 full turns down the rod there, and now I'm going to put the lock nut back and put the finger back in, put the little clip on it, and tighten it down. Now, over here We'll have to see where we're at once we get that done over here on this bottom here. Now, due to my spring that I changed, I'm guessing is why I don't have no adjustment here. I don't need no adjustment. The finger is all the way back on it, even though I've spun that 4 full turns over there. So you may need to unlock the 14mm collar up here on the top, spin it down some, tighten it back down, because that little finger does have to be pushed up all the way, and the white pad resting on the body. Don't forget to tighten down your lock collar here, your lock nut, or your nut that's locking it in. So since I put 5 turns into that now, I didn't like the way it was with the 4, even though this right here is still up on it. I'm going to loosen it down some to get more tension on my spring here. I'm going to put the nose in more towards the firewall. I want a little bit more tension on my spring so I can feel that spring, because it feels like right there is where it's supposed to be. That makes both pedals the same height here. So what I wound up doing here was unplugging the sensor, because I didn't want to spin the wires around in a circle and hurt the wires in any way by tightening them as I'm screwing this body in towards the floorboard. And then of course you plug it back up. It'll help adjust the pedal too. So I went 5 over here, and I just went until these 2 were flush to where they're at the same height now. And then of course you'll tighten both nuts down again, locking it on that little sandwich arm, and plug it back in. I kind of want to show you where the engagement is now. See how I barely lift the foot up? And it's rocking the car back and forth. The engagement has really changed drastically compared to where it used to be. It was probably right here where the pedal is at the top now. Real fast engagement. Right there is where it's starting to bite, which is a lot better than it was. Almost all the way to the tops where it started to feel the bite. Just starting the car up, putting it in reverse here, and letting out on the clutch here. Starts to engage at about so much up now. Barely any out when you start to feel it move. So I think I've got it where I want it. We're going to go on a ride here together and see. The first thing I notice immediately is the engagement is super fast on the clutch. So you can let out a lot faster. But I feel like it's going in a lot smoother into the gears now. You can let out a lot quicker on the clutch. If I had to rate this modification on a 1 to 5 scale, I would rate it a 5, because it's free and simple. Overall rating a 5. Installation a 5, because there's nothing to install. You just get some wrenches out. Overall, this is what the car should have been, adjusted like this from the factory. I've heard that all manual Subarus are somewhat like this. Not sure why. They're lackluster on the adjustment. But I do recommend doing it. Really improves the feel of the clutch pedal along with the spring. So maybe do both. The spring is very inexpensive. Do the spring and the adjustment, but do one at a time so you can feel the difference in the two. Don't do them both at the same time. Do one and then go out and get a drive. Then do the other one so you can feel the difference each time is what I recommend. You can do them both together, but then you won't know what the differences were. Maybe start the opposite of what I did. Start with adjusting it first, because that's free. You've got that. You can purchase a car, go right home and adjust it. Then order the spring if you want a stiffer feel. It is a lot faster, the engagement. Like I was saying, it's barely out. It's out just a little bit, and then it starts to engage. So as you're shifting, the shift points are faster when you're driving down the road. Coming off the lines faster as you're going. Again, it's even faster from second to third, first to second, second to third, and so on. I want to thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoy content like this, I would greatly appreciate it if you could please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps a small channel like this to grow. And remember, treat others how you would want to be treated. Have a good week.